Um, so yeah, with regards to setup, everybody's body is a little different. The length from shoulder to anti-cubical fossa might be different from one person to the next, and so on. So essentially, there are certain things that often work for most people, and that is you run the stick from your navel out. See, your pad is pretty low. Sitting to what's that now?
You want this level, kind of level?
It should be more, yeah. Either you can look
more like this,
right, or you can. But and notice when I sit, we haven't done a drum set lesson, and another cool thing to think about is how the feet work. And the feet are more, as Dick Wilson would say, the feet are easier than the hands because you don't have to deal with the fingers.
Yeah.
And getting some understanding with regards to how the feet work can also influence an understanding with regards to perhaps how the hands work. But you'll notice that as I sit here, now I'm not up on pedals. If I was on pedals, it'd be a little different because the pedals raise you up just a little bit. But
yeah.
Here, my legs are just not quite parallel to the floor. You're sitting really high. That's
Yeah.
And I feel playing the drum set. I think I've been influenced by some of my heroes. I like to sit pretty low.
Yeah.
I like to feel like I'm sitting in a cockpit,
Yeah.
but not exaggerated, but I like to be close to the terra firma as well, which that looks like maybe you've got that feel just based on your home decor, like things that are kind of Asian and close to the ground, right? I like that feeling. So is there any way you can lower yourself or raise said?
Yeah, let me see what I can do here.
How would we do that? Yeah, lower, but the chair can't have arms, or that'll get in your way. I love that artwork, by the way. Nod to the artist. It's a little hard to see, but the colors are striking. Beautiful. Yeah. I used to do a little bit of painting. I miss the smell of the oil paints and the turpentine. But yeah, so the gig is we want to have a certain position with regards to our relationship to the practice pad. And I'll get started here. This has been happening. I ended up talking to the audience alone for a minute, but the gig is that
It's got some adjustment.
Beautiful. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, there you go. Much better.
All right, so yeah, that's a little bit, still a little high probably.
It's a little better. We'll be okay today, but at some point, there are different ways to do it. I mean, you can go on Amazon and probably find something at a really fair price. Or if you're one of those guys, meaning you wish you were in LA so you could visit the legendary Pro Drum Shop and hang out with Stan and Jerry. But you can call. I've had students in different parts of the world actually just give Stan a call at Pro Drums, and they'll send you the right practice pad. They have some old school pads, sound chamber pads made by Chuck Molinari. They get those in, and he'd send you one of those, or you can just go online. They have this Velcro pad that some of my students have that I think it can be angled or it can be flat, and it can sit on a stand so you can adjust it.
Yeah, I'll get something proper, definitely.
Right, or you can make your own. I showed you what I made. I mean, you've already made a cool pad. This is another really cool device.
Oh yeah, the little ones, I've seen that, yeah. Those are cool, yeah.
It's a real challenge.
You gotta have some good aim for that thing, huh?
Right, but really that's what we're doing. We're trying to hone in and not play all over the surface. We want to try to play in the center of the drum, and this can really help. So
what's that one called?
It's called a head, made by a head. It's called Wicked Chops.
Wicked Chops, okay.
Or I imagined back in the day as a kid, really young kid, I remember a drummer who was working for my father, who took me out to the dock. We were in Lake Country outside of Toronto, and introduced to me the idea of playing on a hockey puck, Canadian, and a little hockey puck.
Yeah.
Would work. If you wanted to make something yourself, if you could figure out a way to just take a hockey puck, I wouldn't care.
Yeah, I like that.
That would be another way. Just I'm improvising here,
Yeah.
but anyway. So, but yeah, your sticks look pretty good. Let me take a look at your sticks. Yeah, you see, you've got nice heavy sticks.
Yeah, these are 5A, Pro Mark 5A. 5As, I think.
Okay. The reason Dick would have us play with heavy sticks, often people misunderstood. People think that and hey, being in great shape, Nautilus, having some muscular development isn't bad, but Dick didn't have us play with heavy sticks to make our muscles more strong. He wanted us to feel the weight of the stick lying in the hand.
Yeah.
You want to feel
that reminds me of actually a question. Is like, what's a good way to find the proper balance point of a particular stick? To find a good balance point, like where you actually hold it.
Yeah, well, that's a good question. In fact, I think that it's Murray Spivack, and I sent you the video teaching Louis Belson. Murray Spivack teaching Louis Belson.
Yes.
Where they talk about that. And Murray talks about that if you remember I showed you that there's this little, but what the technique has a lot to do with, which is it's all a lever system, and so that means that we're dealing with fulcrums, and when it comes to the fulcrum in the hand and you're in palm down, it's the middle finger. I showed you make that little cradle for the stick, and it just sits in there like that with a relaxed arm. Now if you hold the stick towards the butt end, back up a little bit, right? I'm like right at the back, just for remedial purposes. And then you drop the stick.
Yeah.
Doesn't bounce very much. Right. Now go up to the middle somewhere.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, now it bounces kind of. If you're right in the middle, you see, with this technique, the fulcrum is a point of imbalance.
Right.
We want
heavy, right?
We want there to be a little more weight up front so that it'll do this. It bounces there. That's not bad, right? So you play with that. Maybe if you're playing a louder gig, you might find yourself a little further back.
Yeah, so it's just a feel thing.
But it's a feel thing relative to a thinking man's thing, which is we're dealing with a lever system, which is forced resistance to a lever arm rocking over a fulcrum. That's all this technique is. When it comes right down to it. See, there's your teeter totter, right? And it goes back and forth. And so we're looking for that, but we don't always want it to bounce. A lot of techniques, and I know you're the guitar player, saxophonist guy.
Yes.
Coming from that world, which is a great pleasure, quite frankly. Teaching someone who actually maybe knows modes and keys and so, and I wish more drummers would study the instrument. This is, where Dick and Murray were coming from. They thought that our instrument, the drums, should be learned in the way that any orchestral musician learns their instrument, right? You have to learn scales and arpeggios before you can even get into an amateur orchestra, kind of. And so that's what makes approaching the instrument in this way kind of unique. But where was I? I was talking about.
We were talking about the balance point.
I was talking to you about the fulcrum and the balance point, and one of the things that is really important with regards to this technique, and the reason that the height of the pad is important, where we're sitting, is because we have this particular technique, right? And it has to start somewhere. It's like a zero bias sign. We're at the floor, right? We have that floor that's half an inch from, we're an inch, bead to butt end to the playing surface. And if we're palm down, the floor is literally parallel to the actual floor. Now, what I was going to say is that some techniques, because you're not the drummer guy who's, and maybe that's a good thing because there's so much stuff out there, and there's no right or wrong way to play, but I do believe there are more efficient ways to play. And so a lot of techniques do this. They call it, there's different names for it, but they call it the free stroke. Why should you lift the stick up if it'll bounce up? So they're always doing, it's always down to come up, down to come up, down to come up, down. Okay? This technique, as I watched Richard Wilson talk to students that weren't familiar with it right at the beginning, sometimes he'd say, look, does the stick ask for clearance to come back down? That was the explanation. You see, that's a lot different than bouncing up. So what we want to do is we want to learn to hold the stick with this particular grip, knowing that we're going to have this middle finger fulcrum, so when we want the stick to bounce, it will. But other than having it bounce and rock over the fulcrum for rebounds, this technique doesn't incorporate a free stroke. This stroke requires that we lift the stick up and let it come back down. We lift it up and we have this 3-finger grip. And the thumb kind of runs directly, the energy is running directly towards somewhere in between these other 2 fingers. See, that's pretty good. Now, you'll notice that when I move, there's not a lot of play. You see, I'm not opening my hand. I'm not opening my hand so that the stick is moving not necessarily in tandem with the wrist. See, with this technique, the wrist and the stick move in tandem. We don't, it doesn't mean we're tight. Doesn't mean there's absolutely no play at all. But essentially what we're looking at is getting this thing to move with the wrist. I mean the stick. Not bad. And with a 3-finger grip though. Can you take your back 2 fingers off? That looked really good. Yeah, now do that. Now relax your arm a little bit. Very good. Relax your arm. See, doesn't it look a little bit like what you saw Louis Bell? He's got that look in his hand, right? You see him, camera's over on this side. He looks like this. Right? Got that thing going. Right? So we want to relax your arm. Now, do you have the library? I sent it to you.
Yes. Yeah, I printed it out. Yep.
See, there you go. I'll teach you something. Now we'll find out where you are, because so far you've picked stuff up pretty quickly. Not being a drummer, probably not. I mean, I have a feeling you've heard of a paradiddle, but you know, there is this inside world that comes with having thought about drums like forever. But what's neat is that you're coming from a place that is not influenced by ideas that are so different than this technique. So it might be a good thing. Murray would say that often a student's hand that isn't their lead hand develops more quickly than the hand that's their lead hand. If you're right-handed, the left seems to get it faster, or vice versa. Okay. So if you pull out page 25, it's called single strokes. Not to be confused with Murray Spivack's single stroke. Different. It's towards the very end. I numbered my pages. Not that they came up.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3.
Literally the last page, Jason.
Let's see, single strokes. Yep.
There it is. I can see
5 to 15.
Now, let's see. This is, I don't know, slightly modern. And Murray wasn't very modern when it came to creating exercises. Dick Wilson, it would get, you know, it could get kind of interesting. Yeah. Of Elliot Carter and John Adams and Charles Ives, things, you know, Charles Ives, I don't know how familiar you are with symphonic music. He'd have like, it would be like two symphonies passing each other in a parade. It was like, what am I hearing, right?
Yeah, wow.
Very modern. And Dick came from that world. He loved Schoenberg, you know. Okay, so if you put the metronome on at 40, and so here's the approach to this exercise, and it's very cool. We want to get our singles together. If I look at my lessons for years with Richard Wilson, for instance, there would typically always be a singles exercise. There would be a stroke introduced. There would be doubles and rebounds and some reading, that kind of thing. Yeah. Give or take, but so and getting our singles together can really, I think it was Jack Berger that said this, the singles will give you the technique. Okay. Whether that works for everybody, I don't know, but it's important, very fundamental. And here's where we're not using any bounce, which is why Buddy Rich would say, play on a pillow, try practice playing on a pillow. Or I have what is a pad that is, you know, as you get into this, there's certain things that you might want to have, like that little wicked pad. Or you'll figure out some clever way to make one of these pads. And this is the Zildjian reflex. And there's no bounce. Yeah. So now what are you going to do? If you're a guy that always wants to free bounce, wants that free stroke, this isn't your pad. This side is a little more bouncy. So this is really cool. For that reason, it teaches you how to turn your wrist. Because this technique is all about, like my video from last night, it's all in the wrist. Mm-hmm. Right? Okay. So we have the metronome on at 40. And we're going to go 1, 1, 2, 3, 1. So it's 5, right? 3 in each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you count each hand separately, 2, 3, 4, 5, you'll hear this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So just see, and you're gonna.
The first one, number 5, is saying.
Yeah, it's the reason it's not. They're not numbered chronologically in that sense. It's because there are 5 notes that you're playing. So you're going to start the first note on the click, and the last note will be on the click. So it'll sound like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, click. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now as this thing goes faster and faster, it's a little hard to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. We just count one hand. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. But however you want to count it at this tempo, it can go either way. So see if you can get that. Relax your arms. That 3-finger grip. Mm-hmm. Up. You got it. Counting out loud is good, man.
So I go 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Just go a little faster to work out.
3. I'm a little slow.
Yeah, just trust your instincts. Just play a little faster and find your way. That's how we do it.
1, 2, 3.
A little faster.
1, 2, 3.
Got it.
1, 2, 3.
all it is.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, so you got conceptually, you understand.
Yep.
Now, these exercises that Murray would give us, they're not so that he could figure out whether you could predict well. Sometimes it was conceptual as well. You know, he wanted to really challenge you, but really this is about learning this technique.
Right.
So we could play it any old way. Guys have the fulcrum in the back. Some guys play like this. Some guys play like, who knows? Some guys play like this technique. What we're doing is we want the arms relaxed, let your arms hang by your side. That's a good way to get that 3-finger grip. And I bring it up. I'm in palm down. Now in the left, you just want to make sure you wrap your first finger a little more around the stick. Because remember, when you turn up to the ceiling, the only thing that really has it, because we're not squeezing with the back fingers, they're just touching the stick.
Yep.
I let go of my first finger and thumb, it should slide down. That's how important the first finger and thumb are. The first finger can't let go, because if you go to come up, your stick would fall out. So what you would do, which is not this technique, so that the stick wouldn't fall out, is you'd start to clutch with the back of the hand. And now you've ruined your grip. You see? So that's why a little thing like where your first finger is, I'm going to make a big deal out of it, because it'll help you get to where we want to go much more quickly. Okay? So you want to hold it like that. So that you have that thing with it, that little grip where you can go up and down, and the stick will follow the wrist or the hand. Okay? So what we want to do is we want to turn. So we know that you can go 1, 2, 3, but can you do it this way with that 3 finger? Now, come on, really hold on to that stick in the left. This is all you got. Yeah, like that, better. Turn a little higher so I really know you're turning your wrist. Now, what we don't want is we don't want arms. We want to turn up about so high, so you're not going to be feeling any of this. At a certain point, if you turn high enough, the arm will get involved, but we're not into that right now. Yeah, you just want to hold on to it with that 3-finger grip and turn up like that, like that. Like that. So you always have to turn the same height in both hands. Hold on to the left with that 3-finger grip. You got it. Put the metronome back on. Nice. Three-finger grip.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Arm is just
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
I'll tell you one other thing. I just want to be careful that really good. There's an interesting phenomenon that happens with no stick in your hand. Yeah, just lift up slowly and let it come back. Kind of comes back at the same speed you lift it up. Now do this. Lift it up fast. See? Comes down fast. Now we go up slowly and see how it happens. Yeah, see? So you don't have to go up and then down. If you turn up fast, it'll come down fast. It's almost like the speed up and down. There's some kind of equation going on. There's a relationship. There it is, see? And you just have a 3-finger grip. Now hold with the 3 fingers while you're doing that. Beautiful. There you go. That's what it'll look like. That's what it'll feel like.
Right.
Do that in your other hand. It's a beautiful wrist turn. It's very good. 3-finger grip. We can do it different ways, but right now, yeah. It's like you're holding a little marble or a little pea. You like that? And you just do that thing. It'll go up and down at the same time. So you don't need to do your arm. And
Right.
that's got a lot of, no, we get the wrist going. We do this via the wrist. Okay, beautiful, like that. So go ahead and play it just with that in mind, and remember the height of turn, 3-finger grip, and the speed up is often very similar to the speed down. No arm, just turn your wrist.
1,
There you
2,
go.
3.
To push it down.
1, 2, 3.
Just your height of turn.
2, 3.
Cool. Now the next one is this. Now it's going to be a little faster. You're learning to control speed, right? And so now we have 6 notes. Means we have to play this is feel stuff. This is the stuff that, as you were saying last time, you know that this is going to creep into your playing of other instruments, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Right. So now we need to fit in 6 notes. So if it was 5, 1, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's go a little faster. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, and now it's going to land on the other hand. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and. So you'll shift back and forth.
Great.
Okay. Relax your arms, 3-finger grip, up to down.
1, 2, and.
Uh-huh.
1, 2, and.
Ah!
And.
Don't shut down.
1, 2. I'm gonna count it again, so I'm going 1, 2, 3, and, right?
Yeah, you got it, dude. I just want your grip to improve. See, so this is ways to get you to learn how to turn your wrist and hold the sticks. So I don't really, it's awesome that you conceptually can understand it right away. Like that, yeah. Like that.
1, 2, and.
Remember, the speed you lift it up is the speed it'll come down. Just a little faster, lift it up a little faster. You always want to come back to the floor.
Yeah.
Always come back to that starting position, right there. See, it just comes up and comes back to that, doesn't it? It's right back to that. Where else is it going to go? Turn a little higher. Don't lose your height to turn. Turn your wrist. 3-finger grip. Turn your wrist.
1, 2,
very cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 1 and 2 and 3 and. Now the next one is going to be a little faster. Now we have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and try. See, it's the same thing. It's just a little faster. So it's grip, up to come down, no arms, back to the floor. That's it. Shake it out.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hold the stick.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Pumping your arms, just a little faster.
3, 4.
Doesn't mean it's faster than you have to.
3, 4.
You can do this real fast. To go faster doesn't mean you have to start using your arms.
Yeah.
Fine, you're doing great.
2, 3, 4.
Boom.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, now 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. It's going to be just a little faster. It's just your fit wrists. Nothing's changed.
Yeah.
You don't get tighter. You just turn faster.
1, 2, 3.
Arms, don't use that arm. You don't need the arm to turn faster. Okay, wrist, or you'll never be able to really fly at the speed of light. Don't up in the air. We want to come back to the floor. We always want to come back to the floor. The floor. Right there. Yeah.
Yeah, I keep raising it up. I can't.
Well, you want to raise up. I'm asking you to raise up because I want to really know that you're turning your. We don't have to. We can play quietly. But right now, I'm asking you to turn your wrist a little higher so you can really feel that. Like that. It's beautiful. You're doing great. That's not wrist. This isn't in the left. That's wrist with a grip. Don't lose your grip. It's a sexy grip. Yeah. Back over power. Okay, now we're going to go. Where were we? Well, now we're at 4 and. I lost track. 1, 2, and 3 and 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
Go to 5.
So what was it again?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? But we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because it's too much.
Gee, I count, yeah. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
A little faster doesn't
1,
seem hard.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Do the spread.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, 5 and. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in. 1,
Nice.
2, 3, 4, 5 in.
Sometimes
1,
it's faster
2, 3,
easier.
4, 5 in.
Maybe.
4, 5 in.
You got it.
2, 3, 4, 5 in.
6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's gonna land.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Losing it.
All right, you got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to land on the start on one hand, but land on the same hand.
Hold on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, now watch. You're fine.
Yeah.
Just think of it this way. You can keep your metronome on. 1, 2. Here's all that's happening. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get the right speed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's all it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do it in one hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Something's happening. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A little faster. You got it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It'll count what you're
1,
playing.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Right. You got it. Put them together. Come on, a little faster.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6. That's it.
2, 3.
Almost. A little faster.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No, it's not.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You're doing just some interesting. Something's happening where you go 1. You're counting just the one hand, right? You go 1, 2, 3, 4, and instead of counting 5 in this hand, you go 5. I don't know what.
Yeah.
It's just one.
Up somewhere.
Here's a way to get it. Put your left hand on your calf. The arm's just hanging there, right? Now just play once through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Right. See
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Got it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
The other way.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Put the other hand on your calf.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Faster.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Nothing. You can do this.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Hey!
1,
Okay.
2, 4, 5, 6.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hand.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in.
Oh, it'll land on the other hand.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in.
There it is.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in.
It'll land on the other hand.
3, 4, 5, 6 in.
Now.
1,
Yep.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in.
It'll land on the other hand. So
Yeah.
right, it's going to land on the left.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in.
And
3, 4, 5, 6 in. There it was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in.
You okay?
1,
Now
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in.
we're almost at the end of the chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
same hand.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, same hand.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
There it is. Left now.
1,
And
2,
left.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, and on the left. You just start
4,
with.
5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
No. You're playing the next one. You're making this harder than it needs to be. It's just 7 in one hand. So if it starts right, you just know it's going to end on the right. It's like the 6. Well, you're just doing 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But it'll be the opposite hand though, so there'll be, this will be 6 and then 7 will be over here, right?
No. 7 will land on that right hand.
Okay.
The next iteration will start left and it'll end on the left hand. It's just
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
the left goes
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
turning your wrist
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
go the other way.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay,
1,
put it
2,
together.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Do this.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
There it is.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
No, if it starts left, it's on the left. Start left and end on the left.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
There it is. Start
1,
right
2,
and end
3,
on
4,
the right.
5, 6, 7.
Now that starts right. It goes to the right. Starts right and ends.
1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
No, yeah, almost.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That's it. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Now,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
so you'll notice when it's there's no and in the counting.
Yeah.
That if you start right, it ends on the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now it's going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See the left, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah. So
4, 5, 6, 7.
any odd grouping will be opposite, and any even grouping will be the same, right?
Yeah. Now, the next one, there's only 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and now it's going to end on the other hand. Keep turning around.
So I'll count 7 on one hand.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and yeah. In the and, it's the other hand. You see.
And the other hand, good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and.
Almost.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and.
There it is.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and.
Yay!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and.
Okay, you
1,
defeat.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and.
Okay, now
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and.
the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See, it's going to keep landing on the same hand now. This is C. Now it feels like we're in 4.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Almost.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Just one hand.
3,
Play 8.
4, 5,
Yeah.
6, 7, 8.
8 in one hand.
2, 3,
1,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's all that's happening. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
5, 6, 7, 8. Ah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Almost.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
The other way.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Put it together.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. If 8 is counting 8 is weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7 has 2 syllables, so 7, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
You could. Maybe that'll help a little.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah.
One hand gets 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look how easy that is for you. That's all it is. It's not even that fast, dude. That's a beautiful wrist turn. You're doing. Yeah! See that is? Go the other way. Shit, you don't get typed into it.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
But you got
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
good.
it worked out a little bit.
So what you're learning is, because you had to, and that's what's cool about this stuff. It's this kind of heavy meditation, right? Where you have to make sure that you're playing said number of notes as
Right.
described in the exercise, but you can't lose sight of the most important thing. And you started to notice that 1, 2, 3, 4. It's very relaxed. It's not that big a deal with this 3-finger grip, or see, it doesn't get any tighter. It's nothing. Turn up here, nice and high. I'm turning all the way up to here. I'm with this 3-finger grip, so you can see it. Nice. I come on up. I just hold that stick, and I'm turning. So it's just to give you a feeling. If it's slow, see how easy that is. You lift it up, it comes down at the same speed. There it is. Up to come down. Now double that speed. Yeah. I'll throw it. It doesn't need to get all freaky. You don't need to use your arms.
Yeah.
Just turn faster. And when you watch someone like Buddy Rich, you'll see how important the wrist is in terms of what he's doing. His arms are just hanging by his side.
Yeah.
Sure, he's making motions, right? But the motion is led by the wrist. So it's always the wrist.
Yeah.
Okay? Very, very good. Okay, so I'm going to give you that exercise. We'll keep it at 40. And yeah, so I want to do this up close now. Let's see. Maybe what I'll do is let's take a look at this. I'll do this first. It does come before another page that we'll get to in a minute. But, okay, so pull out page number 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Upstroke and downstroke.
And you put it in a binder, didn't you? You put it in an actual.
I kind of staple it and put a little. Yeah, I made my own binding on it, kind of.
Good. All right. So. Now, what is happening? This is the Murray Spivack Percussion Studio, called the Upstroke and Downstroke. Okay. Now remember, I told you there are 7 basic strokes. What we just did, the wrist turn, that's one of the basic strokes.
Yep.
Learn to hold that stick, turn your wrist. To go faster, All you do is turn your wrist faster. It's just learning how to how to turn your wrist with this particular grip, like that. But don't lose your grip in the left, like that. Now, what this technique also involves is 2 more of the basic strokes. There's only 7. In a minute, we'll have 3 of them, right? In fact, you'll have 4 of them because Murray has a regular wrist turn, right? Just a wrist turn, single, and then he has an upstroke, and then he has a downstroke, and then he has what he calls the single stroke, not to be confused with single strokes. That last page we worked on. It's one of the 7 basic strokes. It's called the single stroke, and that's just taking the upstroke. It's so prevalent in everything we do as drummers, this idea of playing from a low place to a high place while in the process of making a tap or rebounds. This is so prevalent that he called it its own thing. He called it the single stroke. Okay? Which is an upstroke to the downstroke. So now we have wrist turn, upstroke, downstroke, and single stroke. So the single stroke, we talked a little bit about this with regards to your flam. We just broke the surface with regards to how this thing works. Remember I showed you that we want that grip. We don't want to be too open. We want to kind of hold that little marble. Hold that, right in there like that. Yeah, it's a little more firm. It's a little more firm than you think, but it's not. We're not grasping. It's just comfortable. It's our grip. This is where we're holding it. So what we do is, I'm now going to teach you the downstroke, which we talked a little bit about last lesson when I had you play the flam, which was.
I was kind of struggling with that. I couldn't quite get the timing together. I was having a little trouble linking them together smoothly.
One thing at a time.
Yeah.
Very cool. Your first lesson, like ever. It's very cool. Okay, so this little thing, this upstroke is, Dick Wilson would say you leave the bead down, and I think I had you put your finger there.
Right.
Yeah, right? So you're going up around. Richard Martinez, another wonderful Richard Wilson protege, talks about a fixed, who I co-authored those articles in Modern Drummer with.
Yeah.
He talks about the bead being, with regards to what I'm about to show you, being in a fixed point in the universe.
Yeah. You're
going around this thing. You kind of like see this bend, and you've got this grip. Yeah, it goes up and down. You can imagine if you've ever seen them. You go to a farm and there's like a water pump, and you have to, and it's hinged here, and you go like this, and it.
But this, you're going to get an arm movement in this, correct? It's just your arm's going to fall. The wrist leads and the arm falls, kind of.
That's it. That's it. There you go. So we go up like this, and we could come down like this. Believe it or not, we could make a note without lifting up the bead. But that's not what we're not doing that. What we're doing is we're doing we get that little, we're getting that little bend, and this is an up motion. We don't need to make a note. We can make a note, and I'm going to have you make a note in a minute. But we're just going to go up, leaving that bead there. So it's like when we throw, we leave something behind. We don't pull it back. We would call that how you would shove a hand grenade. You see, you throw your arm out of the socket. You try to throw something that heavy. So something that heavy, you shove. See, that's not what we're doing.
Shot put, yeah.
We're making a throw. It's tiny though. It's a modified version of an actual baseball pitcher's throw, perhaps. Okay, so we're coming up, and you get that, and then we could come down, Go up. This time we're going to lift that stick to the ceiling. It's what we were just doing when we played singles. But first you're just going to get to here and do that. There. Fastest downstroke in the West. Good. It's really good. Now, what you want to do is make that little, yeah, do it in the other hand. Good. Now don't let go up front with your first finger. That's it. That little 3-finger grip. That's it. Hold on to it there. Hold on to it. Right. Very, you're coming down to the floor. Look how nice and low you are. It's very good. Boom. See, you'll have playing a backbeat tune.
Yep.
Playing a tune that has a backbeat.
Yeah.
You'll sound really good. It's nice and snappy. It's loose. It's powerful. You're not clamping down on the stick and ruining the tone. Beautiful. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to play an upstroke to the downstroke. So instead of going up and leaving the beat down, as Richard Wilson would say, or as Martinez would say, fixed point in the universe, see, what we're going to do, instead of make enough motion to prepare for a throw, what we're going to do is we're going to make an upstroke, which means we're going to tap. See, we just let it tap as we go up. Making this little tap, and then we're going to throw. Turn to that ceiling with that 3-finger grip and throw. We want to come right back down to the floor. Yeah, you want to be right there so you can make your little tap. If you end too high, you'll be up here to try to make a tap. You want to be right here to make your tap. Little tap. That's it. Not bad. Now remember to get it, the secret to this, first of all, Dick would say you want to land on the bottom of the bead. He'd say that if you lead with your arm, you'll get the tip.
Yeah.
Tick, and he'd bust you with that. Kevin, you're leading with your arm. You don't, you're leading with your arm. Bottom, see, but if you lead with the wrist, and just by making it, watch, just let the stick fall. Be above the surface, just let it fall. You see your wrist moved a little. Look, your wrist went up a little. No, you don't have to lift it.
Yeah.
You'll actually go, yeah, it'll do that. It's tiny, tiny, tiny. But it'll start, there you go, now follow that up. Okay? You don't lift it and try to make enough, you just turn to the surface. You'll notice that you're starting to go up just by virtue of making a little tap. So it's connected to this motion. This motion going up is connected to this note. See? It's connected to that. You do that in the other hand. Don't forget your grip. It's your left that just wants to let go of that first finger. For
Yeah, that's why I got to curl this.
Yeah, it's new to you. Make that little tap. Not bad. Okay, now, no metronome. What we're going to do is we're going to play the first exercise of page 7 with no metronome. So you'll see that we have an accent and then 3 little wrist turns. Now, you remember these wrist turns we just did? Yeah. You were able to, like, I mean, it was no problem, really, once you got the idea. Well, now we're just making a wrist turn that isn't that high. It's just, oh, let's see, how high will it be? So what's happening is the right hand is doing this, up, throw, up, throw, and the left hand is just doing this. That little wrist turn that you just did bigger, we're just doing a little one now. 3-finger grip, it's that little turn. Little, fine, not bad. Could be even a little bit smaller. Now then the right hand is going to make that little, it's going to make a throw, and then that little upstroke or single stroke. It's 1 and 2 and. No, the left hand has to come in between. It's all it really is this, right? One, it's hand to hand, it's this, that. But the one hand is just doing that up and down. Right hand's going up and don't go yank it, just tiny.
Yeah, so yeah. Accent, this, boom.
Now the left,
this just keeps going this over and over, right? It's going up, up.
Yeah. You just want to put the left in the wrong place. So do it like you did. No. Just go really slowly to get into your head. So you're making the down and the right. Down. Now you're making a left little wrist turn. Now an upstroke. Now a left wrist turn. And now a downstroke. That's all it is. That's it. Up, down, up, one, and two, and look, you can see how fast you're going to be able to go. Yeah, keep going, speed up, go on, keep going. Slowly speed that up. Yeah, there you go. There you go. See how easy that is? Keep the left nice and small. Left nice and small. Beautiful. Do that the other way. Do that the other way. Yeah, however you want to get there.
So boom, 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 boom.
Up.
Yeah.
You got to keep the left or the right in control.
Hold on. So
Close.
1 and 2
Yep, right in between every time.
Much ammo.
You're creating a cool new modern, very modern pattern, but that's not what
So,
Up. You forgot the right to come in. Don't forget the right comes in between every time.
So
Starts with a down, then the right. There it is. Right. Up. That's where you want to put your. There you go. You got it, dude.
Too much ammo. I gotta get this thing. So
you caught yourself using too much arm. Very good, because you wouldn't play guitar, like, right?
The Pete Townsend going in.
To do that, we're in here. We're in here.
Let me slow this down so we go.
Right, left, up, left, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, right. And you're making up and down motions, right? We're moving here, like the violin. We're making motions like the piano. Yeah. Okay, put the metronome on at 40. That's really good, dude. Very good. We're playing eighth notes, so it'll be 16th notes, so it'll be 4 for every click. You're starting left, totally cool. Take that little upstroke, dropping, just drop the upstroke. Don't turn to the ceiling, it just drops, and then you come up. Drop, drop up, drop up. Very good, very good. Now play what's written. Play the first iteration, leading right. Do it right. Drop. Oh. Up, down, up. Okay, now play the next iteration. So the right is going to be with the click, and the left is going to be the next accent. The same motion.
So this one, the accent goes to the next beat, so it's going to go right, left, like that.
One, and.
So,
Almost. Almost. You got to get the time with the motion. What helps, this is why Dick would often have you count out loud.
Yeah.
It sounds kind of like But I'm a professional drummer. What do you mean, count out loud? No.
1 and
You
1.
count out loud forever. So watch. So,
And am I going wrong here? Let me turn this off. Let me slow it down real quick so I go.
you have you see the arrows?
Two.
You see the arrows?
Yeah, so this is a turn, the right's a turn,
Down.
accent, boom, then up. Then I gotta get that left and ready.
Ready to prepare for the next left down that happens on the 1 and
So,
on watch. Yeah. Now the right is on 1.
And that, yes, okay. So.
Now you're ready for your down. See how it works? Murray's prepared you beautifully.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time linking them together, so.
Isn't that what he's saying to Louis Belson? Because he's trying to have Louis play, I think it's the whatever stroke was, flam accent number 2 or whatever, but he's saying, no, it's a right, and then you're going to make a throw, and then maybe Murray, then maybe Louis didn't go up, and he goes, no, you got to go up on that left. So
right.
Louis goes, right, and then he throws, and then he goes like this, no, you got to go up on that left, so you're ready for the, so it's 1, and now you go up, see, 1, and 1, and 1, and 1, and 1, and 1, count out loud. So it's the that's going to get, the first is going to get that big downbeat. The first right is a little one. Run, 1, and sure, 2, 1. You got it. Now play the next one. The next one's going to be more like a rock beat. 1 and 1 and, or 1, 2, 3, 4.
So this is up, boom, 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 boom. Up,
2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll be able to speed that up easy. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, back together. You got it. Now let's move on to the next one. Now the accent is going to be on the, maybe it's easier to count 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be on the 4. The up will be on the 2.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2.
You got it.
2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You got it. Okay. So right. So that's what's happening. So you can see it. You already sound like a drummer.
Yeah, I gotta really slow it down in my head to pick it up. Once it's locked in there, it's making sense. But
right, the fact that you were able to go. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a sec.
Yeah, it's almost easier once you get going.
Yeah, it's nothing. It's nothing, right? It's like. So, see how it's the wrist? We're not shoving our arms. We either turn our wrist like this. We make a little wrist motion up. See, that's a wrist turn, isn't it? This little part, it's a wrist turn. Then this part's a wrist turn. And this is a wrist turn. And before you know it, there are no arms. It's all wrist. Beautiful, dude. Really good. Let's leave it there.
Yep.
Right? You've got that somewhat modern single strokes page where you're slowly increasing the speed, like modulation.
Right.
And so that's Murray at his most modern. And then you've got this beautiful upstroke, downstroke, which you can watch Murray teaching Louis in the video, because he doesn't do. He says first you make a tap, and then you're going to turn up, and if you want, you can cock your wrist again. But we're not doing that. We're just doing boom, Really good. It took me a lot longer to get that motion than it did you. I was like the downstroke king, hanging out with Richard Wilson in the car on the dashboard. So
Yeah, I will work on this one.
I'm going to turn off. Let's see what happens when I turn the recording off. Great second lesson, man.
Great, thank you.